Okay. Well, for those that you who don't know, my name is Veronica, and I actually wasn't going to do this at first, but I feel like my story could help others. Um, it's one thing to this is actually harder than I thought it was gonna be. Um, but I know I can be an inspiration to others for the simple fact that there was someone that I was watching that was an inspiration to me to actually go ahead with this procedure. Um, Many don't know I've already had two surgeries this year so far. 2023 was really my New Year's resolution, and I normally don't do those. Was to get me together and take better care of me. I spend a lot of time taking care of others that I tend to overlook myself. And now at the age of 34, I have two children. One who is severely delayed. He was first diagnosed with a developmental delay, and I wasn't sure what to do about it because he was my first full term, and I don't know. I really wasn't sure, if the things that I had done previously as far as pregnancy goes, because I've had so many miscarriages due to polycystic ovarian syndrome. So I did everything with him by the book. I even had to be put on bed rest for a few weeks in the beginning of the pregnancy due to previous miscarriages, and I had started spotting, and so and I went to the emergency room when I found out. Well, that's how I found out I was pregnant with him. I went to the emergency room straight from work. I wasn't really feeling good that day, and I decided, okay, well, I'm gonna sit down for a second. Towards the end of my shift, and when I went to sit down, just out of nowhere, I got really dizzy. My nose started bleeding, so I was like, "What's going on?" Get to the emergency room because at the time I think everybody was going through like flu and real bad colds and stuff like that. Uh, it was something going around. Well, they had to check me for pneumonia, and with that they do X-ray. Well, the lady was like, "Oh, you gotta get a pregnancy test first," and I'm telling her, "Oh, I'm not pregnant." um, well, come to find out, she come running in and was very excited to tell me how pregnant I was. Um, so I stopped smoking cigarettes because I was smoking cigarettes when I found out, and I was like 6 weeks in a few days. Um, and I stopped smoking cigarettes like after they told me that was it. I never smoked another cigarette the entire pregnancy. Uh, no weed or nothing like that. Marijuana, excuse me. Uh, just because, I really wanted to make it full term. And um, I ate healthy, drank plenty of water, and I just didn't know what happened, why my son ended up with autism. And of course, that's something that nobody just really knows where it's coming from. There's many speculations of, the baby food, the Tylenol. There's just any type of things really. Um, and I noticed there's other medicines like NyQuil, Dayquil, things like that. Uh, that could cause autism, but I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. He is such an amazing little boy. But back to my stories, because I might go off and forget what I was talking about. But um, long story short, 2 pregnancies, genetics, life. Um, I have to have another surgery, which is an oral surgery, and I'm really nervous about it. Um, at first, I was really embarrassed. I didn't want to tell any family. I've only told my dad and my husband. Excuse me. And maybe one other person, just because, I need to talk to somebody about it, because I am nervous as hell. Um, but I have to get most of my teeth removed, all of the ones on the top. So I will be wearing a full denture on top and a partial denture on bottom. I kind of want to cry. Because I'm 34, and I'm just not really sure what happened, because it's not like I don't brush my teeth. That's not the issue. Your health. I suffer with vitamin deficiency also, and it has caused me to have my gallbladder removed. Um, and that's another thing that I wasn't really sure about. I've never broke a bone or had to have any just major surgeries until my son was the first one. We had to have an emergency C-section because he got stuck in the birth canal. Um, and I had to have a C-section with my daughter because I had to have a previous C-section with my son. Um, so those was besides my wisdom teeth, was really the only times I've ever had to have surgery. And then I had one surgery a year after I had my daughter. Um, and then I just had to have a hysterectomy. So, you know, it's all over the place. Um, so yeah, this is really just an introductory post only because I haven't used my TikTok before now. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use it to be an inspiration to others. Um, So let me kind of just go ahead and explain the process. I went a couple of months ago, and I've taken a break from school and everything to get on top of my health. And I started with just a regular dentist appointment, X-rays, exam to see, how much damage was done and what options I had to actually fix everything. Um, which I was a nervous wreck. Second visit was just to get like a cleaning. And that didn't go too bad. The next visit was because I went to the VA. I'm a veteran. And I guess certain oral surgeries they don't do there. So I had to go to an outside doctor for them to actually do like the whole denture thing, the molding, and the oral surgery is going to be at another place. I've been referred 2 times in the whole process. So the next visit was basically like a confirmation that this is what needs to be done. And I was also told that sorry, this is acceptance is still a thing. But I was told that there is some bone loss, and that I would have to wear the denture for a year until they can do my permanent implant. And honestly, I'm not even sure if, like, I still have to look up the whole thing with like insurance and with my disability rating, like, will the VA pay for it, or will I need to pay for it out of pocket, or if there's something that insurance covers. So it's really something that I'm gonna have to look into, because I'm just really not sure how the process works. But it's coming along, and I cried for a while. I still cry sometimes because I just really can't believe it. I can't believe it, but it's okay, and it's gonna get better. I just gotta get through this part first. Yeah. So maybe during this, you know, I will get some kind of, hey, let's accept this thing. It was really embarrassment that it took so long to actually get into the dentist to be seen. I've been dealing with issues with my teeth since I was in the military. It was like once they pulled my wisdom teeth, other things just started going wrong. Like, I've never been one to have a whole bunch of cavities. But like teeth would start coming out. Um, and I wasn't sure, why. I had a really bad experience as a kid with the dentist, and so it kind of like deterred me. Don't want to go. Uh, and then before I actually received a VA disability rating, like I was having some tooth pain. Um, and like they went in and pulled a couple of teeth, but because I wasn't 100% at the time, they couldn't replace them. Go figure. So I was left missing like 2 teeth. And then a couple of years later, when I got pregnant with my son, I lost like 3 teeth. I only lost one with my daughter. Um, but I don't know if it's because of the calcium deficiency or the vitamin D deficiency or a mixture of both. I'm not a dentist or a doctor, so I honestly just can't give you the deeds on that. But um yeah. So that's that. I did go for my next appointment was to actually get the molds for the top and the bottom. But with the bottom, they said that once they pull whatever teeth down here that they have to pull, um, they are going to do another mold for the bottom just to make sure that it fits properly. Because I think they said the bottom is easier to come out, so they want to make sure that it fits properly. And the top, they might have to make some adjustments after everything is said and done. And then I found out that, hopefully this set lasts a year and I don't have to get another set made. I want my next set to have to be my permanent set. But what I have here is my top denture, and I'm gonna show it to you. It's just amazing, how they do these things, and yeah. So apparently, this is gonna have to have some type of sealant or glue or whatever, some kind of pad or something for it to suction and fit correctly. This is the actual denture itself. All teeth, all teeth. Yes. Um, just like, oh, I put this in my mouth. But they did say that when I go to have my surgery to remove the teeth that needs to be removed, that I will wake up with teeth. How? I have no idea. I would think that they would still be bleeding and, you know. But if they say I'm gonna wake up with teeth, I'm gonna wake up with teeth. Hopefully it's just not too painful. They did tell me that they are gonna send me home with pain meds. But I normally just use like Tylenol, ibuprofen. I'm not a pain med person. Unless I'm hospitalized and they're giving it to me through an IV or something. Other than that, I just hate taking medicine, period. And that's probably my problem. I've been prescribed iron pills, vitamin D pills, calcium pills, but I'm very forgetful with everything. It's amazing I've been such a great mom. At least that's what everybody else says. Because little do they know it's a struggle every day. Having a special needs child is a struggle that nobody really just puts much emphasis on. But that's another, you know, post for another day. Um, so yeah, this is gonna be a journey. Any questions anybody might have, feel free to ask. Nothing is gonna, I'm gonna try to answer the best that I can. Um, Nothing's really gonna be, too far off limits. Cause I've had a life. I've been through a lot of things. Uh, from my decisions to others' decisions, even from a young child. It's been one thing after another. Um, so life has really lifed at this point, and I'm really thankful to be able to actually be here to tell my story and share my journey with you guys. It's not gonna be an easy one by far. um, and I'm gonna try to be as transparent as possible. But this is the World Wide Web, and some things I will keep private. But you know, I've tried to kind of pre-record a few things just for this moment, because I didn't really know if I wanted to do it for me just to have as a keepsake memory thing, or if I wanted to do it for others to be able to share my experience with other people who either want to know or just have been going through similar situation, have to have the same procedures done, that may be like, oh, I want to do it but I don't want to do it, because yeah, at first it was over at, oh, I have to pull all of your adoptee. I was just like, you know what, get someone else to do it. But I'm working on acceptance, and I'm hoping that I can be a blessing to someone else with this whole journey. So, again, if you've made it this far, thank you. And I look forward to answering any questions you may have.